YouTube, what it do, loved ones? You know the motto. If you can, after the story, go over there, hit us with a like, which is the thumbs up, and that'll let us know we kicking our stuff. Today we on the edge with BJ APB, and he gonna send us on one today. And I kind of like hit him with the topic as him being a Damu up outside the city of Inglewood. Was he familiar with any legend Crips? So I'm going to hand the floor over to BJ.
Yeah, I'm kind of familiar with a couple of them. I got a couple of partners over there. Shout out to my boy Mad C, my boy Snaps, my boy Nico from Legend. My first encounter with the Legends was back in 1993. My little play sister moved over there in the neighborhood, and the day of the SWV concert, we had went over there and it's a little liquor store on I believe that's Osage, a little Asian market. We had left her house and me and the homie from Village Town drove down there to the little Asian market to get something to drink. On the way back out the store, we coming down Osage and we see a big old Crip dude, he's standing out in front of some duplexes, like inside a little gated house. And like the duplex is like, I'm gonna say 2 houses from the store in a little market. He's standing out there, he got on some blue overalls, a blue sweatshirt, some blue house shoes. So the homie pull up on him, we're like, what's happening, fool? What's that Pyru like? So dude ignores and start whistling. So when he start whistling, I asked him, I said, man, what you whistling for? He like, cuz I'm finna get my strap and smoke you niggas. That's what I'm whistling for. So we start laughing and pull off. We pull off, go down to the little spot where Sis stayed at. Get up from there, we drink a Thunderbird cherry Kool-Aid. We run out. So me and the other homies from Village Town, we decide we're gonna go down to the little gas station on Prairie and I believe that's Flower. Yeah, Prairie and Flower. So we drive down there, pull up in the gas station. The homie get out the car to go inside to get us something to drink. I get out and start pumping the gas. Black Eye Rock come flying through the alley. I see it shoot past, but I didn't pay it no mind. Next thing you know, the Black Eye Rock pull up in the gas station. When he pull up in the gas station, the dude on the passenger side jump out. So it's a big Crip dude again. I see him. He's like, what's up, cuz? He got a big old Magnum in his hand. When I see the Magnum, I don't say nothing. I'm ready to get on because, I ain't got no pistol. I'm ready to break. So he handed it off to the driver. But when he handed the gun off to the driver, I'm like, man, what you doing? He like, cuz, we finna get out. He like, over here in Inglewood, we squabble ours up, homie. He like, we don't do the bullshit. So when he say that, I'm like, oh, okay. So I lock the gas pump, I walk around the car. We start locking up. We out there getting it. Next thing you know, we get tangled up, and both of us kind of big, so we get tangled up. He ended up biting me in the face. I still got the mark on my left side of my face, like in my beard or my ear. He bit a plug out my face.
Yeah.
So after he bit me, we let go of each other and start squabbling again. He slipped because it's like gas and stuff all on the ground, so he slipped and fall. So when he slipped and fall, I take 2 cheap shots at him while he's on the ground and let him up. And I let him jump up, and he don't say nothing. He just take off running. So when he take off running, I see him running towards the car. I already know what time it is, so I go back. I'm finna get in the car. Some tell me don't get in the car, so I end up snatching the keys out the ignition. When I snatch the keys out the ignition, he busts. Boom! Blow the whole windshield out. I take off running. The homie coming out the stove. He got the drink. I tell him, I say, watch out, man, they strapped. So we both hit the corner. We hit the alley and take off running. He go one way, I go the other way. Dude knocking on us. Plop, 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 plop. So they get in the eye rock and they pull off. Some prices that hid me out right there.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Yeah, so after the prices hide us out, they punch out. I go back around there. The car's sitting there, but the windshield, like, you know, it's like shattered. So I jump in and start the car, peel out. I'm riding around looking for the homie, making sure he's safe, because I don't know if he got hit or not. I don't see him, so I go back to Sis' house. When I get to Sis' house, the homie up in there stressed out because he thinking I done got smoked, you know what I mean? So when I come walking through the door, he's like, man, you straight? I'm like, yeah, we good. So we sitting up in there chilling. Somebody called the police. The police come pull us out, talk to us about it. They see me bleeding and stuff. They ask me what happened. I tell them, you know, wasn't nothing but a simple fight. I like, man, you know, we homies and shit, you know. We got into it or whatever, so they write the little report and go on about their business. So I don't never find out who dude is, but we kept patrolling through there trying to catch him. We never catch him. So years later, I come to prison. I'm in another prison, and I happen to get cool with a legend by the name of, his name was Snaps. Snaps was my little drinking partner, so we used to drink all the time and chill and tell stories and stuff like that, you know, and Snaps was a cool dude. So one day I run the story about Snaps. I tell him, I said, yeah, man, what's your homie name, man? Big old dude. Big old chubby dude. We get to talking. He like, man, that's the homie Yogi. He like, matter of fact, Yogi just pulled up. I like, yeah. He like, yeah. So it just so happened the homie from Village Town that was with me that day, he on the yard. I go back in the building. I tell him, I said, yeah, man, so remember that dude we got into it with from Legend over there? He like, yeah. Like, he just pulled up. He like, what are you talking about? I like, man, shit, that shit, we was kids, you know. I ain't even tripping on it. I like, I just want to let him know who he was. I said, because we never got to introduce ourselves that day. He like, wow. So the homie told me to leave it alone, but, you know, I wanted to let him know who I was or whatever and give him his props because, you know, he could have smoked me, you know what I mean? But instead, he gave me a fade, so therefore, I feel like I owe him that much respect, you know what I mean? Because people don't do that all the time, you know what I mean? So I come outside and Snaps like take me down by the waterfront. We go down there by the waterfront.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
He using the restroom, so when he get through using the restroom, he see me and Snaps standing there and he washes his hand. After he washes his hands, Snap like, well, what's up, Big Yo? We're like, oh, what's up, cuz? And they get to talking amongst each other. And then Snap said, yeah, man, the homie right here want to speak to you. Like, this the homie. I stick my hand out, we shake hands. And when we shake hands, I tell him, I said, yeah, man, you probably don't remember me, but I'm the one you busted at the gas station that day. So when I tell him that, he like kind of freeze up, like, you know, like get in defense mode. I tell him, I said, nah, homie, it ain't like that. I said, I look at it like you gave me a pass, and since I know who you is, now I just wanted to come give you props, you know. I said, man, we was kids then. We done things as kids. We adults now, you know what I mean? And so when I told him that, I turned to the side and I pointed to the little mark on my face. When I pointed to the little mark, he tried to play it off, but he gave a little smirk. I told him, I said, yeah, motherfucker, you bit me. And he started laughing.
Yeah.
And after that, we became dogs. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like every day we come outside, we smoking, like on the regular, we smoking. And at the time he was trying to lose weight, so he became my little burpee partner. You know, we'd come outside and there used to be a few Crips and a few Bloods. We'd get together and go do burpees in the middle of the grass down there in Sentinel on their yard. And you know, by me hearing about him passing, you know, that kind of broke my heart because, you know, I learned to love the little dude, you know. Yogi was a good dude, and to me, he was well respected, you know, as far as that Crippin go, because I respect him because I'm way from a different, you know, cross town, and for him to give me a pass and hold his hood down like that, you know, that's a remarkable young man. So, you know, I just want to say rest in peace to Big Yogi, you know what I mean? You'll always be remembered, homie, and I'll never forget you, you know? And shout out to his family. I know they going through it because by me getting to know him, dude was like a real passionate person, you know? When he loved hard, you know? And man, other than that, the boy Mad C, I met him in CWAC in YA. I met both of them in YA. And Mad C, I'm gonna keep it real, he the rider over there. I don't know any other riders over there, so I can't speak on them. But I know when we was in YA, Mad C made sure anybody came through from Inglewood, win, lose, or draw, he got down with them. So, I respect him for that. And I used to go up in his cell every day and we used to shadow box and play fight. The boy Nico, I met Nico in the county jail, and Nico was there for what, GTA at the time? Yeah, he was there for GTA. And Nico became like a little brother to me, just being in the dorm with him. He was a very cool little youngster at the time, and I just appreciated his presence. When we doing this gang banging stuff, man, whether people realize it or not, gang banging started off as we supposed to be the protectors of our community. We're supposed to protect our communities from the police and other people oppressing us. And based on I knew that, it always been easy for me to get along with certain Crips, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, we was on the streets doing what we do, putting in work or whatever. It was never nothing personal, it was always just business, you know what I mean? But up in these prisons, I done ran into a lot of dudes, a lot of Bloods and Crips that, I like to talk about as time go on, give a story on each one. I mainly try to get the stories on the ones that passed because their kids and their parents didn't get to know what they was like outside of their house. So I like to tell them stories just so them and their homies would get a feel of, you was in the presence of a great one.
Right.
So, much love to all them dudes, man.
Hey, yeah, just to piggyback, man, that was hell of a, for the simple fact, it was hell of a for a homie that's outside of the city to speak on them dudes for having, they section in the city dominated by B-Dogs. And,
Wow.
I say it was hell of a too because by us being inside that same city, always been decades of trying to cleanse them dudes out. It's hell of a to hear somebody else, speak about some of them dudes, homie, that we didn't have combativeness with. You know what I'm saying? And like I say with Yogi, I remember we used to, by us being so close to him, I remember we tried to catch up with that dude and get on his bumpers because one of the homies had got out of YA, but he had knew Yogi and shit. And, sometime in this banging shit, we'll get starstruck or we might not know certain people still living in the lie. So when the homie get out at that time out of YA, the YA homies used to want to try to show they still down with the business. So I remember we go through there, we hitting corners and shit, and he wind up seeing Yogi, and in the process, him seeing Yogi, he gets starstruck like, blood, that's that nigga
You have 60
Yogi.
seconds remaining.
So while he doing that, Yogi see us moving through the car. So when we come through the alley, Yogi had the upper hand on us because the homie was, starstruck that this nigga was still on the scene and they been having it out. He thought he was gonna get his time, but yeah, homie, 89 on up, G stuff, not Ye stuff, with on the edge BJ APB. And we just gonna keep sending this history, homie, on the Rips, Bloods, and other gang culture of our history, homie. We out.